Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Clara.
And I'm Alex. Today we are diving into a topic that hits, well, a little too close to home for many of us, time management.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, how to stop wasting your life and your time.
It's so easy to do, isn't it? Like, we sit down, promise ourselves we'll be productive,
Yeah.
and then suddenly an hour vanishes. Let's start by defining what we actually mean by wasting time.
Right.
It's not just about doing something fun instead of working.
Right. Wasting time really means using your time for something that just isn't important.
Exactly.
It isn't helpful and, ultimately leaves you feeling a bit empty. Think of your daily time like water in a bottle. You only have a certain amount.
Mm.
If you just pour it out onto the floor, you can't drink it later. It's gone forever.
That water bottle analogy is perfect. When you spend time on things that don't help you learn,
Yeah.
they don't help you grow, and don't even help you truly rest, you're basically just pouring your water on the floor.
Whoa, yeah.
And the biggest sign that you've done this is that feeling of regret.
Oh, I know that feeling well. Like when I say, I'll just watch one short video to take a break.
Yes.
Then an hour and 15 minutes later, I'm still scrolling. I don't remember what I watched,
Nope.
and I actually feel more tired than when I started.
Exactly. You weren't being intentional. Being intentional means doing something on purpose, not by accident.
Right.
So, how do we fix this? How do we stop the accidental scrolling and start being intentional?
Okay.
We have a few practical tips to discuss today. Alex, what's the first one?
Tip number one is to make a tiny plan. Notice I said tiny, not big.
Okay.
A lot of people set goals that are just too vague, like, today I will improve my skills, or today I will be productive. Sure, that's like getting into a car without putting an address into the GPS. You just drive in circles and waste gas.
A tiny plan is like putting a specific exact address into your GPS. Instead of, I will study for 3 hours,
Yeah.
a tiny plan is, I will learn 3 new words today, or I will read 1 page of a book. Love that. When the goal is small and clear, you don't feel overwhelmed, and you actually do it.
It completely changes your mindset. I used to tell myself I needed to study a new language for an hour every day.
Wow.
I kept skipping it because it felt like a mountain.
Naturally.
When I changed it to just 10 minutes a day, I stopped procrastinating. Every time I finished those 10 minutes, I felt a little spark of pride.
That's a huge victory, which leads perfectly into our second tip. Use your pocket time. I love this concept.
Yes.
Think of your time like money. Throughout the day, you have big bills, those 1 hour blocks of time.
Right.
But you also have loose change, like coins. 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, 3 minutes while waiting in line.
Most of us throw those coins straight into the trash.
Yeah, we do.
We pull out our phones and mindlessly scroll while waiting for the bus or waiting for the microwave to beep.
Exactly.
But if you collect those small coins, they add up to a massive treasure.
Exactly. You can use a 5 minute pocket of time to review a quick concept, read a short article,
Mm-hmm.
or just take a few deep breaths to center yourself.
Nice.
I have a friend who built an entire side business just using 10-minute pockets of time during her commute and lunch breaks.
It really goes to show that you don't need a perfectly clear schedule to make progress.
Right.
But there is a catch. If we are trying to be productive in our pocket time, we have to talk about tip number 3. Watch out for time thieves.
The time thieves. These are the things that steal your time without giving you anything of value in return.
Yeah.
For most of us, the biggest time thief is social media.
Oh, absolutely.
It's designed to keep you hooked. It keeps you taking just one more look.
To protect yourself from time thieves, you have to build some fences. You don't have to hate social media,
No.
but you have to lock the door when the thief is outside. For example, when I really need to focus, I leave my phone in another room.
That's smart.
Or I turn off notifications completely for an hour.
That physical separation is so important. If the phone is on the desk next to you,
Mm-hmm.
your brain is constantly dedicating a tiny bit of energy to ignoring it.
So true.
By putting it away, you protect your focus. You invest your time instead of wasting it.
Speaking of investing time, we need to make sure we don't turn life into a constant, stressful grind.
Good point.
That brings us to tip number 4, which might be the most important one. Make it fun.
Yes!
If improving yourself always feels like a harsh punishment, your brain will eventually say no thanks and run away.
That's so true. We learn best when we're engaged and enjoying the process.
Right.
If you're trying to learn a language, don't just stare at grammar books. Listen to music you like, watch a funny TV show with subtitles, or play a game.
Yeah.
Connect the learning to things you already love.
When I was studying, I used to print out the lyrics to my favorite songs and sing along to learn the vocabulary.
Nice!
It didn't feel like studying. It basically felt like a private concert in my living room.
I love that. And that joy actually helps the information stick in your brain better.
Exactly.
Now, this brings up a really crucial question. If we say don't waste your time,
Yeah?
does that mean we must be working, studying, or producing every single minute of the day?
Absolutely not. And that's our final tip. Rest is not wasting time.
Oh, thank goodness.
Think of your body and your mind like a smartphone battery. If you use your phone all day, running heavy apps and never plug it in, what happens?
It dies.
It dies.
We are exactly the same. If we work and stress and run around constantly, our internal battery hits 0.
Yeah.
Taking time for a good night's sleep, sitting quietly with a cup of tea, or just doing a hobby for pure relaxation, that is not wasting time.
Nope.
That is charging the battery.
Sometimes resting is the smartest, most productive thing you can do.
So true.
I've had nights where I stared at a project for 2 hours, totally exhausted, and made no progress.
Oh, same here.
After a good night's sleep, I woke up and finished the same project in 20 minutes. Balance is the key.
Balance. Not too much work, not too much mindless scrolling.
Right.
Just a good mix of intentional effort, fun, and genuine rest. If we can master that, we stop feeling like our days are slipping through our fingers like sand.
Let's do a quick recap to lock this in. 1. Make tiny, clear plans, like a GPS address. Check. 2. Collect and use your pocket time coins. 3. Watch out for the time thieves by setting boundaries with your devices. Important. 4. Make the journey fun. And 5. Remember that rest is how you charge your battery.
Beautifully summarized, Alex. Remember, you don't need to be perfect.
No.
You just need to try using your time a little bit better each day. Even 10 good minutes can shift the direction of your life over time.
Absolutely.
We believe you can do it.
And before we sign off, here is a question we'd like you to think about today.
Ooh.
What is the biggest time thief in your life right now? And what is one small boundary you can set today to protect your time?
It's a great question to ponder. Thank you so much for investing your time with us today.
Thanks, guys.
Until next time, take care and treat your time like the treasure it is.
Bye, everyone.